All right, one thing I forgot to mention on the last class, it's very important. When you're doing any compressions on the leg, you always want to avoid the back of the knee. There's a nerve or a vein, nerve and a vein back there called the popliteal, and that is very sensitive and so that'll probably be on your MBLEX. So like what contraindication is on the back of the knee? Popliteal. I almost guarantee that question will be on there. All right, so remember with the blanket, you can just come all the way over like this. Okay. So remember when you drape the legs, we always start with this part first. Do that first, just like that. Lift the knee slightly. This hand grabs the sheet. And you always want to pull down from this side, not that side. So pull here, pull up a little bit, right into their hand, down. See, it opens up that right there. Then also you want to watch the blanket so you don't get a bunch of oil or lotion on it. Keep it just like that. I can just fold out just a little bit. Make sure it's nice and tucked. Over here, nice and tucked. So I start here. Again, always keep in contact. Lotion onto my hand. And a couple swoops. Back, down the foot, back. Now with the hands, what I like to do is like to make a C with my hand. And this hand comes up. So this hand's light, this hand's a little deeper. So I always like to start right, you want to start right here. So this is where the gastrocnemius is, comes right up through here, the Achilles tendon. You can grab the Achilles right there, see it? Start right down there on the Achilles. And then work your way up. And notice how I'm standing behind the table. This is using all my body weight. And I'm just coming up, and then, so you gotta watch the pressure on the back of the knee. You can touch the back of the knee, it's okay. There's a popliteal muscle back here too, that if it ever gets injured, it hurt, like that is where a lot of knee pain can come from. So you can work this area, you just gotta be very cautious on it. A lot of therapists, they'll come here and they'll jump over it. You don't have to do that. You can keep pressure, not pressure, you can keep contact on there. Just don't put a lot of pressure right here. All right, so I'm up here. Working down. Now right here, my pressure gets really light. Back to deep. So wherever I made the drape, that's the line I'm going to follow. Again, not doing anything inappropriate right here. Just a very bad habit that you used to putting your fingers on the sheet. If that's where she said, because there's muscles all through here that could be worked on. She said that right here, she said that's where it was bothering her, then I could just drape it up just a little bit more and work on it that way. And then my thumb will just follow the drape line. And switch, see I'm here, and back. And back up. So watch this too, because the gastroc comes up right here, right there on the condyles. So right here on the Achilles, I'm gonna start. And this is the very few times you'll see me use my thumbs.
You normally want to use your knuckles?
You want to use your hands, knuckles, elbows the most.
Thumbs are for dessert, right?
Yes, you barely ever want to use your thumbs. That's typically one of the main reasons why massage therapists burn out, because they use their thumbs in their whole massage. So if you use your thumbs, do it very, very sparingly. All right, so watch right here. So calcaneus, right onto the Achilles. And watch how it splits. See it is right here? How it's split. That's how you want to get that right there, lighten up. So again, On body mechanics, when I'm coming down like this, I'm not coming up off my back. I'm using my body weight in my legs when I come back. So I'm down, and I'll shift to a squat and come back. You can use your knuckles on the side. You can do some pet dressage. You can really do some nice deep pet dressage right here. So picture the muscle like a towel. It's really wet. You grab the towel and you wring it out. That's what I'm doing right now, this muscle. Come up, work my way to the hamstrings, same thing. And down. Now, if you guys are comfortable with it, you comfortable I drape this up a little more? Or you want to keep it here?
Do your thing.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's typically where most people like to keep it. Now, I personally, I get a lot of massages. I like my whole glute massaged, and we'll get into that later. But for now, this is all you like in clinics. When you're working in clinics later on, this is basically right here, the highest you want to go. But in here, as long as whoever you're working on says it's okay, I have no problem with you coming up. And this is okay with you?
Yeah.
Okay, make sure. It's no problem. Because there's a lot of muscle here. You get this, especially if you have any kind of back pain, all this right here, if you get all this worked out, especially right through here, here's the piriformis, and that's where the sciatica nerve runs down. You get all that released, it really helps your back.
I guess the white sheets didn't even matter if you guys are just getting it all.
You look good, girl.
It's really nice.
And here's where I like to use my knuckles a lot.
I have a lot of space.
Because if I use my hands here, I have to stop right there. But if I use my knuckles, I can just come right there and come back and get a lot more surface done. And the hamstrings and glutes typically can take more pressure, so you can really work.
You're using this part of your knuckles? Or
Yes,
what
right
that
here.
is?
Yes.
Oh, your actual knuckles.
Yes.
You got it.
And that makes me think of another thing. So when you're using your knuckles, don't make the bad habit of doing this. Put your thumb inside of here. Either keep it there. If you can, put your thumb on your pointer and push, because that'll really pop out your knuckles more. But if that's uncomfortable for you, just let it hang like that. I do both, depending on how much pressure I need to use. All right, so in a 50-minute Swedish, you typically only have about 4 minutes for each back leg. So you spend a little bit of time here, a little bit of time up here, come back, you can bring the leg up like this. And from here, get a nice little stretch. Nice little stretch of the toes.
You guys all.
I mean, here's just a little bit of a basic foot massage. Let's just come down. See, this hand's here, underneath, and then swoop up and down. Your client's ever on the table and you see them doing this with their foot, a lot of times this muscle here gets tight and that foot cramp comes in. It's really uncomfortable. So there's been times I was on the back, I noticed that they're doing like this with their foot. I'm like, is that your foot cramping up? Like, yeah, so I'll come over, grab the big toe. So if I was in the back, I would just walk over her, just undrape just this part of the leg, bring this up, stretch the big toe, and that'll open up that muscle right there that causes foot cramps. Stretch and light massage through here. You don't want to go deep on that. And that'll relax it, and because it's really this muscle here. See that muscle right there? That's the one that gets tight and causes all that foot pain. Get in there, do a little stretch. So when you work on that area on each other, don't go too deep because it could actually cause the cramp. So you gotta be easy on that. You can also pull the leg back like this, a little bit of shake. Then after you do that stretch, you let go, and go back in, do the whole back of the leg again. You can also bring the leg up like this. Let's do moves here. If you're ever doing this, and if you're in your massage and your back's starting to bother you a little bit, it's okay. You can put your leg on the table like that, and then put my leg up here like this. Takes a lot of pressure off my lower back as well. This will give you some relief on that. Just come down and do it like this instead. But again, I'm still using them up, and then use my body weight down. So the IT band right here, it's a big one, big complaint of a lot of people. So when I come to do this area, if I see the hand like this, take a look at the hand, everyone, so you guys have an idea. The hand's like that. I'll just slightly move the hand over like that a little bit so I can get the area better without mashing into her hand. So there's a few ways you can do this technique. So roll the leg in just a little bit. You can step back, stay arm straight. Again, not fully hyperextended, just a slight bend in the elbow. Put your knuckles right in there and just lean into it. So when you get right into here, the hip bone, called the greater trochanter, just be easy on that spot because it's tender. And back. And the way I like to do it is I just put my elbow into my hip so I can push with my hip like this. So here, this hand's right here, and this hand, use this hand to pull it into me. So I pull it this way. So I'm here. You see I'm using my hip, pushes in. That way. I can pull it back like that. And then so I keep my massage all in the legs. And then back. It's your choice how you want to do your massage. You don't have to go section by section. If you want to go here and go deep, light, deep, and come back, your choice. In a 50-minute routine, I just like to do one section and the second section, come back, do the foot, go to the next leg. It's just for me, I can time that really easy in my head. So however you want to flow in your service and your massage, make it the way you want to do it. All right, does anybody have any questions or want me to go over something again? I know I said a lot real quick. Okay. So again, when you guys are going, I'll go back over, come individually and help you out. But the best way to learn really is just doing it and a lot of good communication with each other. So in your massage, so maybe that makes me think of something else. I'll get everything draped. So again, light pressure on the knee. So when you re-drape the leg again, push it back over real light and down. So this is first step. See how it's still nice and covered, nothing's ever gonna be exposed. Fingers, nice pressure right there on the sheet. Pull down and nothing will ever get exposed.
Your leg. I've been doing that
Like,
at home.
wow.
And I've been
All right, so